Hey everyone, this is Zach with Gamer and Gameless, and today I'm joined by...
What's up, Zach? It's Aaron, buddy.
What's up, Aaron? How's it going, man?
Not bad.
Hey, buddy.
Alright, and that buddy you just heard came from the right area of the table, which is...
Elvin the Gameless.
Okay.
Yeah, good job. Do you need something else?
No, I mean, no, it's you were excited, and then it just kind of...
I was born in 1979 in a different country. Do you need more information?
Down.
No. You're looking at me like you need more information.
No, I was just... I wasn't expecting more, like you.
Okay.
Like I was expecting better. You were like, hey guys, that's how it felt.
Right.
Anyways, and that fourth voice you hear chuckling is...
The Chuckster.
None other than the video game sage herself.
The sage!
I'm not a sage.
The prophet of video games.
No, seriously, you guys need to stop
The Messiah of
I'm
games.
like not even.
I want that 20th Century Fox music again. I would love to have
No.
that.
Nope.
Da-da-da-da.
Sound bites have been banned
Yes,
For life.
for life.
for life.
For life.
Apparently, there's a hit. There's a bounty on my head because I used like 3 sound bites on the last podcast.
I was the one who issued that bounty.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Alicia Cathero.
Alicia Cathero.
Alicia Cathro.
You know, if you rearrange the letters in Alicia,
Uh-huh.
you get Gamescom 2014.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were numbers in your name.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Awesome.
there aren't
That's really
at
amazing.
all. That's not even enough letters, and there aren't any numbers.
I'm pretty sure on my math on that one, even though it's not math.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, as I kind of alluded to in a very subtle segue, today we're going to be talking about Gamescom 2014. That's going to take up the majority of the show.
Yes.
So we're going to go really quick and go around what we've been playing. Aaron, you want to start?
I played a couple games this week. I had a great time. Played some Twisted Metal, Black, and the last Twisted Metal for PS3. Played some GoldenEye for 64. Surprisingly, after 10 minutes, it kind of holds up.
Hey, good game, by the way. I played GoldenEye.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy came over. We were just playing. We put on grenade launchers, and we had a great time. And it still holds up after about 10 minutes after you get used to the controls a little bit and where to be and all that.
But after the 10 minutes?
We only played
At 11
5. We only played 5 kills.
At the 11-minute mark, you're like, ugh, this game's horrible.
How do you call down this Titan, man?
No, it was pretty good. And then of course I played some.
Stand by for GoldenEye.
Yeah, Stand By for GoldenEye. Played some Titanfall, of course, and some Last of Us. So I had a really good gaming week, actually.
Cool, man. Alicia?
I've been obsessively playing Dragon's Crown.
It's a good game, man.
Yeah, and if you follow us on Facebook, like you should be doing, you would see that I posted about it because I could not decide which character to select the character select screen, and I literally sat at that screen for about 2 hours. I took a nap at that screen, actually.
You slept on it.
Yeah, I took a nap. I woke up and I was like, I really want to be this archer. And then my friend was like, damn it, just be the archer. I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to be the archer. And so oh God, I love that game so much.
Yeah. And I mean, the good thing about it is it's actually a really good price right now. If you have PS3 or Vita and you have it for PlayStation Plus, it's actually really, I mean, it's still not super cheap. I think it's free. Yeah.
It is so good.
Wait, how much is that?
It's FREE.
Free, and it's on cross-buy.
Yeah. Which they didn't say was going to be at first. Apparently it was just going to be for Vita. So the fact that it's for both is awesome.
Yes.
But
Really cool.
yeah,
Free stuff is awesome.
it is indeed. Just a reminder, you can check us out at facebook.com/gamergameless, or you can check us out on our website, gamergameless.com, or our shiny new Twitter at gamergameless.
Nice.
We've been saying shiny new Twitter. When does it stop being shiny and new? When's it
I
just like
think
an
the
old
next
relic?
podcast, it's not shiny
It's not
anymore.
shiny
It's grimy.
anymore.
Is it still? You said at Gamer Gameless.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
You can
There's
catch,
no
catch
ads.
us at
Gamer
Gamer
Gameless.
Did I really say at?
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
did.
hear at.
You'll listen to this podcast again and be like, damn, why is Aaron not right?
No, right? And then I'm going to rip it off the internet and I'm like, no, and break it.
We are
Hey,
also,
I did the same thing in our promo as well. Go ahead.
We are
Oh, no,
also now
yeah.
on Stitcher.
We
too.
are on
So
Stitcher.
if you're listening on YouTube, you can catch us on Stitcher, or on iTunes. You can catch us on Stitcher as
If
well.
you don't, you'll get stitches.
Oh my god.
Not, are you trying to... Never mind. I'm not even gonna contribute to your ridiculousness
Move
this time.
on.
Read Dick.
Anyways, so start out with what was like kind of like the first big event of Gamescom, which was the Advanced Warfare multiplayer reveal. Which, whether or not you like Call of Duty, it is very difficult to ignore how massive this series is. Me personally, I I don't want to say I was burned on Ghost because I liked Ghost, but it was definitely like my least favorite.
Well, yeah, it was everybody's least favorite from
yeah.
what I heard. I mean, I refused to play it. You know, I was still staying loyal to Black Ops 2, which is still a great game. Not to mention the zombie aspect of it too. It's a complete game. What I'm loving about it right now is that never before you're able to jump, not only jump but double jump, and so it adds like a Titanfall aspect for me without Titans.
Yeah,
and then a little bit, with Halo too. So I think the game is actually catered to me, and I'm actually excited about that.
It's at the end. If you beat the single player at the end, it says dedicated to Aaron Golden. He's like, yeah, man, thanks.
There's actually a guy I read about. He found out the new announcements for the new Call of Duty. He got so mad he went up and broke his girl's laptop.
I saw that. I think that video is fake, but I hope it's fake because it's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, so let's talk about some of the things. You mentioned the jumping aspect. So
yeah.
Everyone kind of wondered, and I mean, obviously, the exosuit that they showed in the campaign is going to make its way to multiplayer. So it's going to change like navigation a lot, like he said, like double jumping, and then like there's almost like a jetpack mechanic. Yeah. There's like air dashing, and there's almost like a ground pound type move. I mean, and if you're familiar with Call of Duty, this is not how Call of Duty.
No, it's not, and I can see a lot of Call of Duty fanboys just. Either they're happy about this news or they really, really hate it.
I'm actually really happy about it. And then, I don't want to go over this in too much detail because we're going to be having a Call of Duty episode in the next couple of weeks. But another thing, like, there's a few things about this reveal that were special, super special to me. For one, the customizable like score streaks.
Yeah, you can customize. Yep.
So like typically you choose an AC 130 or something and that's it. It's cool. You get an AC 130. I mean, that's not it. You choose other.
And the sentry gun.
But it's just kind of like you get these guns. You get these score streaks and there's no changing them. You know what I mean? But in the reveal they showed a turret and like you can add like you can make the turret shoot out grenades for the cost of like an extra 100 points. So instead of maybe getting 4 kills, you get 5. You have to get 5 or something like that. So that's pretty cool to me. I mean, they only showed that, so I can only imagine like how you're going to be able to customize other things eventually. You know what I mean?
I wonder. I do wonder if they add the zombie aspect to it. Will these zombies be able to double jump and jump too? Because that would make it like crazy, dude. Yeah. And my buddies, we always love to play the zombie aspect of it, so we do that all the time. But I'm wondering to see if they do that but anyway, this game has a lot of potential right now, and I'm excited. I didn't think I was gonna buy Call of Duty this year because I was cool on first-person shooters. I had Titanfall, Destiny's coming out, of course the MCC is coming out, Master Chief Collection. So I thought it was good, but man, Call of Duty came out of nowhere and caught my eye, dude. It caught my eye, and I'm excited.
I have a question.
Yes.
What's up?
I played Titanfall a few times because Zach forced me to buy an Xbox One and Titanfall, and it was the first game I've ever seen or played that had that double jump. And now you're saying this game has a double jump.
It does, and it never did before.
So what are you saying, that it's trying to be like Titanfall?
This is a copycat industry, dude. Whatever works, they will go ahead and steal an idea. Like there's this game mode called Uplink. It's the same thing as Oddball on Halo.
Not really. Because well, here's the deal. Here's where I'll disagree with you on that. For one, I don't think it's much like Titanfall. I think a lot of people say it is because I mean it's like the first super futuristic one. But Titanfall, the idea of Titans is the primary thing. Titans is the primary thing that makes that different. You know what I mean? And with this, it's just more navigation. It's not. I mean, like Titanfalls are every single person gets a Titan, and you kind of customize your Titan. In this, they said that you can go without any kill streaks because that's another thing we're going to talk about.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying there's in Halo there was a matchmaking called Oddball.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I'm getting to that.
Okay.
But Oddball, right? Mm-hmm. Oddball, the objective is to hold the ball as much as possible. Right. Meaning, I mean, as long as possible. Meaning, doing whatever you can, having your teammate back you up,
True.
And just holding the ball as long as possible. This is almost like kind of reverse capture the flag. Uplink, you have to take this sphere and like dunk it in this hole.
Yeah, it's kind of like Gladiator,
which is significantly different gameplay and tactics that go into that, as opposed to just trying to hold on something to the death. So I would say it's almost like a reverse capture the flag. You take this objective and you deliver it to this spot that's away from your base. You know?
Yeah, I remember that.
So And then, like, one of the things they mentioned with this uplink thing is that, like, if you toss it in to this circle, you get a point. But if you run and jump into it and, like, kind of like dunk it, you get 2 points.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of cool. They brought back the pick 10 from Black Ops 2, which is kind of like you have 10 points. You can use them on certain weapons, and that's how you design your loadout. But this time they're doing pick 13. So they're saying it adds for more customization. Another huge thing, and anyone who's played a Call of Duty Online knows like how awesome this can potentially be, is they have co-op score streaks. So what they showed in the like the little press conference is some guy gets like the equivalent of like an AC-130 or a gunship, and one of his teammates gets prompted like, "Hey, press this button to join in," and he joins in, and he's in a turret, like in another turret, in the like AC-130 or gunship or whatever with him. Now, anyone who's playing, like, especially for me, because I'm like okay at some of the Call of Duties, but there's these people. But if anyone who's played this knows that there's such a huge learning curve.
Yeah. It is.
Like Elvin, I want you to try this game, but honestly, if you play,
No, I'll just give up. Yeah, that's my problem with all these new games. People that don't know me, I used to play games many moons ago, but when I try any new games, the controllers are really scare me, dude. It's really intimidating, especially Call of Duty or Battlefield or even some moves in Titanfall, which I thought was a little easier than other games, but it's still too much of a learning curve for me.
Yeah, I mean, and then I would see people with like AC-130s and all these crazy like kill streaks that I couldn't partake in because I would just get killed every 30 seconds. But with this, like, you can join in on somebody, so you can kind of share that experience, which is really cool. And then the last thing I'll end on before we finish up with Call of Duty is they talked about supply drops. Now, supply drops you get, they're kind of like, not necessarily care packages, but like they're kind of like almost like mystery bags you get for completing certain tasks. And some of them will be like what they call gear, or loot, which is just kind of like aesthetic things you can customize your character with. But some of them will be like kill streaks you could use for one time. And that's kind of their way, even though I don't think it's enough, to try to cater to people who aren't as hardcore.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, you're playing, and here's a mercy kill streak or score streak, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's cool, but...
And they're also bringing the loot system, too.
Yeah, I mean...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's kind of with that, which is cool, but I mean, like, to my knowledge, I mean, not only to my knowledge, to my hope, it's just completely aesthetic. So it's just like, okay, now I have this weird hat. Oh, look at me, I'm so different.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's cool, but that's not that big of a deal. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like, this hat makes my bullet stronger. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of like, you can leave that loot system for other games.
Yeah. Well,
that's how I feel.
yeah,
But
no, it's a good
anyways, in the Xbox vein, two Xbox One bundles were announced.
and they're pretty cool.
Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like a lot of bundles that are announced, I kind of don't care for. Like when the PS4 first came out, especially through like Amazon and GameStop, there was like 700 different bundles that I didn't care about. It was just like, oh, with Battlefield, with Battlefield and NAC, with Battlefield NAC in your own Starbucks,
And Assassin's Creed. And stuff like that.
Did you say Starbucks?
Yeah, I was gonna say Starbucks franchise.
You get your own barista.
But this one's actually cool because they're like actually pretty unique. So the two they announced was the I don't know the name for it. I don't know if they even have names for this, but it's a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare bundle. It comes with the Day Zero edition, and
I like that aspect a lot.
Yeah, that's another thing I forgot.
I'm waiting for that game to play.
Yeah, so one of the things they did with this is if you pre-order it, it's called the Day Zero edition, where you get it 24 hours ahead of time, and during that during those 24 hours of the day before, I think it's like November. I don't know, November 8th or something. Whatever the day is before, you get double experience points during that, which is cool. You know?
Double XP, yeah.
Yeah, and so you get like it's their version of early
Such
access.
clever marketing.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Well,
but anyways,
that's not even the best part about it.
yeah, this whole bundle comes with the Day Zero edition.
That's great.
But it also comes with a 1 terabyte hard drive, which is the first time this has ever happened.
First time, guys.
Like for a console. I mean, you can upgrade. I know for sure you can upgrade your PS4. I'm pretty sure you can upgrade your Xbox One hard drive to terabyte as well.
You can do it manually too.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying. You can get either one. Like all you need to do is get a terabyte hard drive and just put it in there.
Yeah, but this is the first time like a console has ever come out straight out of the box with a 1 terabyte hard drive.
And this is only for the Call of Duty bundle.
Yeah.
This is not for the Sunset Overdrive,
which we'll get to in a second.
So this is and it's gonna be $500, I believe.
Yeah, 500.
That's what it was for day one without the 500. The 1,000 gigabyte. So that's
1,000 gigabyte.
One terabyte, whatever. So, dude, guys, great time to get an Xbox One if you're thinking about getting one. Seriously.
Yeah, and also like the Xbox One itself is like. It's like Call of Duty style. It's not just a typical It's not a typical Xbox. I believe they said like they're gonna make special sound effects.
Is there blood on it?
There should be.
No. But I think it's gonna have like special sound effects like when you power it on, because I know the Star Wars 360 it does like a little R2 noise when you open it and stuff like that. The controller looks awesome, but so that's it as far as that. Oh, I mean, I'm not really bummed that it doesn't include a Kinect. But I mean, it's just kind of like, I mean, I still like the Kinect. I know everyone's down on it. I kind of like
the Kinect's great because it's living room friendly, and I don't use it for any games. I just use it to tell my Xbox what to do and where I want to go.
It is living room friendly if you have the space.
Yeah. I mean, as far as
because there are a lot of living rooms that thing is not living room friendly for.
And let me correct. I don't like the Kinect as far as its motion sensor and it's like picking up motion. I mean, the fact that I can scream at my Xbox to do stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like saying Xbox go to Titanfall, which is something I shouldn't have said, because if someone's listening to this out loud and their Xbox is on. They're going to be calling in some Titans pretty soon.
Just like that Aaron Paul commercial that was turning off everyone's Xboxes.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Aaron Paul. Don't watch me in Need for Speed.
Terrible movie again.
I watched the first 5 minutes and I was like, oh.
How'd that go?
It was horrible. Like
they can't make him look any taller, dude. As much as they try. Those cameras just don't go low enough.
Wow.
But anyways.
Just put a camera by his foot and have it looking up.
I think that's pretty much what they did. But anyways, the other bundle they announced was now this one. I mean, I'm excited about the Call of Duty one, but this one, it's just from pure aesthetics, looks awesome. It's the what?
I was about to say you're building it up.
Oh, my bad.
The only one, one and only.
Here, I'll downplay it. This mediocre bundle. No, it's a Sunset Overdrive bundle, which it comes with Sunset Overdrive, which I mean, I'm like, it looks cool. I mean, nothing I'm super excited for, but it comes with like all white Xbox One.
So beautiful.
Which like
clean, super clean,
and
man.
like I never cared. I got a black GameCube, which I thought was cool, but I didn't care. You know what I mean?
I kind of want to trade in my Xbox One just for that beautiful white shiny one.
And like it kind of got leaked. It kind of got leaked.
I do.
It kind of got leaked recently, and then when the Xbox Ones originally launched, select Microsoft employees got like an all white Xbox One with like a little insignia on it saying, or a little state like, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for here, engraving that said, I made this, because you're an Xbox employee and it's like limited edition. It's like, oh, cool. And
so the janitor's like, oh, this is so nice.
Know, right? But
from afar.
Yeah. But no, so I mean that like I said, I don't care about like new colors and new styles of consoles, but it looks like, I mean, it looks beautiful.
I do.
I
do, because if a green Wii U comes out, I am setting my old Wii U on fire and I'm buying that new one.
It's funny because you say that as if you couldn't trade it in towards it.
No,
you just incinerate
it needs to be incinerated. They should all be green.
Well, you guys. Well, you're in my house now, so you know where we're at. But you guys look at the colors of my home, right? It's all brown, black. Do you see any white anywhere?
There's a white door right here.
Except for the doors.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
white
put
ventilation.
I'm not gonna put a white Xbox in my
house?
whole like black area.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the way I like it to look. So I'm not.
You're a decorator.
Then you should get that
Well, he already
that Call of Duty one.
He already
has
two
colors.
Already has an Xbox One that he doesn't use.
Trade it in
and go get another.
For the 1,000 terabyte.
I wouldn't want the Call of Duty one because it has all that Call of Duty shit on it. Like that's the same reason I didn't buy the Zelda edition Wii U, the special edition. I don't like special edition bundles. I'm not one of those people that I don't like the intricate designs on it. I don't care about that. Like, I'd rather have my system be aesthetically clean and like good looking. Like I bought a DS Lite. I bought the green one because it was like a mother's. It came with cooking Mama,
Mama?
or it wasn't Cooking Mama. It was some cooking game that
There's
had real
another
recipes.
cooking game?
Yeah, it had real recipes in it. Like
Really?
it came with that, and I was like, well, I do have my DS Lite, but that one's green. So I went and bought that bundle because I had to make sure first it didn't have any of that special edition crap on it. Like I want my system clean. I don't want crap on it.
I will say this though, I don't believe it's been announced for America yet. Maybe I'm wrong. But the 3DS Smash Brothers one, the red one, they showed it Gamescom.
Yeah,
looks awesome.
Oh yeah, it looks awesome.
That looks super cool.
I looked at it, but I was like, it's not green.
that's your selling point.
My selling point, it has to be green.
Yeah, but yeah, the white Xbox One looks.
Yeah, even
amazing.
on the Facebook I posted a couple days ago, the Wu-Tang NES
Oh,
system.
yeah.
It looks so awesome.
That wasn't
dude.
real though, right? That wasn't.
Yeah,
real.
it's
real,
real.
bro. I mean,
It's
someone-
real.
Someone
It's not
probably,
like
someone probably personalized.
But it
Yeah,
wasn't a
so
bundle
cool.
or release.
No,
Yeah, no,
it wasn't.
it
It
was-
wasn't. That did not have the official Nintendo seal of approval.
dude.
on
Nintendo
it.
was like, Americans love Wu-Tang, right?
Well, Wu-Tang's for the children. We know this.
Nintendo of America has just signed off on that. No, it was probably just someone who custom made it because people do that a lot.
And it was the 36 Chambers, their first album cover on the NES. So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Welcome to. Never mind. I was gonna say hip hop pun, but never mind.
All right, go ahead.
Anyways, next piece of news is they announced at Gamescom that Evolve will be entering an open beta in January. Which the reason why I find this particular news cool. I mean, I find always betas are cool. They're essentially demos, but they had a closed alpha recently, and it was right after that the game got delayed. So what I'm more curious about is, I mean, I think that's kind of linked. You know what I mean? They probably had this alpha. There was probably a lot of balance issues or bugs, and they were like, oh, man, this game can't come out. Let's delay it. Now, this beta is coming out right before the game is supposed to come out.
Yeah,
So
it
I
could
don't
get pushed back again.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It's going to be pushed back.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And we talked on the show a couple weeks ago is how October is flooded. Now everything is moving to February.
Yeah.
February is going to be the month. So
I would like to say that I called it again. Remember, I kept saying no, 2015. I kept calling it. I kept calling it.
Well, they've been working on Evolve for the last 3 years too.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were secretive about that too because I don't think they
Yeah.
announced it until this spring.
Yeah.
But the other piece of news, and this one's a little bit more interesting, got a little controversy, is the Tomb Raider quote unquote exclusivity.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, quotations.
So during the Microsoft press conference, they announced that the next Tomb Raider installment, which is the Rise of the Tomb Raider, is coming exclusively to Xbox holiday 2015. Now, the reason why everyone is upset about this, and I mean, I'm not personally like, I don't care either way, but the reason why everyone was upset about this is Tomb Raider got its start
On
on
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Yeah,
Plus-
Angelina Jolie got her start on Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Well, the other reason people were upset about it is because this whole time they've been saying that the sequel was coming cross-platform.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Gamescom comes and they say, Tomb Raider exclusively on Xbox holiday 2015.
Yeah, and I mean, and this, I mean, it'd be different if it was like a reboot. Like they're like, we're doing Tomb Raider totally different, and it's only going to be on the Xbox. But it's like a sequel or like I don't remember if it's a prequel or not.
Well,
but it's a direct relation to the previous one
Which
that
was a
was
reboot.
cross-platform.
I just imagine that the developers come out on stage, and they're all wearing like an Xbox shirt. Is that how it is? Tell me that's how it is.
That's
Please.
almost how it is.
That's,
Because anytime, like in this situation, right? I mean, like for instance, Destiny. Destiny came out, or Activision and Bungie came out for the PlayStation press conference, and they're like, PlayStation is going to be the place to play Destiny. Destiny is going to be so awesome on PlayStation. You're going to love Destiny on PlayStation. And it's like, wait a second. That's also on Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Why are you saying it like that? So this is kind of like a...
It's one of those things where it's a deal that's being made that they go to these companies and say we want to show your game, and they pay them money to make sure that they're the first person to really make sure that it's a giant presence. That's why Destiny has there's going to be all this DLC for Destiny that PlayStation users get to do first. That's why we got PS4 got the beta first and all that other stuff.
So when they have these big conventions like you guys talking about Gamescom, and then what's the other one, E3 or
Yeah, and then
whatever.
yeah,
So-
PAX
so-
coming up, and then
Yeah,
TGS.
so what happens is when they announce a game, are you saying they choose a platform to announce it on, even though it's cross-platform?
Sometimes they
Yeah,
don't.
sometimes it depends.
They don't choose like a flip of the coin. You know what I mean?
Like,
they're-
are they in the PlayStation Hall? You understand what I'm saying?
yeah, I don't know about the hall because I've never been there. But as
Yeah.
far as like they'll like to my knowledge, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Destiny and Bungie was on stage for the Microsoft press conference at
Okay.
Gamescom this year.
No, they
but
weren't.
they were for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Ah.
So that's like they were for the PlayStation 4 and they were at E3 at the PlayStation press conference. So Microsoft will pay these companies or PlayStation will pay these companies and say, we're going to feature you on this. And that's usually like, we want to pay you money and we're going to spotlight you the most. So don't go over there.
Yeah,
But I'd be pissed
Why?
if I were Xbox or
Well, no,
or vice
because
versa.
you're gonna get it. That's the thing. Like in Destiny, they kept saying PlayStation users will get this first. PlayStation users will blah blah blah.
Right.
You're gonna get it on Xbox. PlayStation users are just getting it first. That's the difference.
Yeah, and then that's the controversy with this whole Tomb Raider situation, because they said this, but then later they kind of retracted because the internet exploded.
Yeah.
And they are like, oh,
It is
well, it's
the
just,
way that
it's-
they said it.
Yeah, so it's like, no, it's just a timed exclusive, so it can essentially come to other consoles eventually.
Because they
You
never
know?
said timed exclusive or anything else like that. They just said it's coming exclusively on Xbox holiday 2015,
Yeah, it's-
which doesn't mean that it won't be on PlayStation 4 February 2016.
Or the day after.
Yeah, it's like really, really sketchy wording.
Yeah,
And-
and they did that. I feel like they did that on purpose. It's one of those things where they did it so the internet would explode,
Yeah.
and people hear the buzzwords and they hear that, and so what happens is now you're gonna have people who don't know anything about gaming. They're just gonna be focused on that. They're gonna be like, well, I know that Tomb Raider is gonna be on Xbox and it's not going to anyone else because all the retractions and everything else like that is gonna be lesser news and like more quiet than the giant explosion of rage that this was.
Well, if it's an exclusive, is this game so big or so great that people are going to just buy an Xbox for this game?
No, I don't think.
yeah.
I definitely do not think so.
I
It's not. This is not a system seller. So like when I saw it and people were like, my friend Scott he's an Xbox Die in the Wolf fanboy, and he's like, yeah, suck it, PlayStation. I was like, I just went to his and he posted that article, and I just went to his Facebook page, and I was just like, Uncharted 4. And then I just like left it at that. He was like, well, we got two. And I'm like, dude, this is a smart move for this company because it's supposed to. Tomb Raider's coming out at the same time as Uncharted 4. It would get buried I honestly think this game will get buried by Uncharted 4 on Sony systems. So if it's a delayed thing, everybody will go. They'll buy their Uncharted 4. And then later, when Tomb Raider finally comes out, they'll go and buy Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
So this works out.
And there's two really ironic pieces about this, which is that, and we talked about this like maybe like a month or two ago, is that a lot of Xbox fans felt like they are being, I don't know, it was unfair the way that Halo is a Bungie franchise and it's an Xbox franchise, and then they go and make the same company goes and makes Destiny, but they have all this exclusive content on the PS4. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like a role reversal. And the other ironic piece of news is that Activision is putting out both Destiny and Call of Duty. And Call of Duty was only at the Xbox conference, but like Destiny, it's for both. It's for both. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of this, and I think it all comes down to money.
Yeah.
You know, just saying, hey, showcase your thing at here. Because, like, for instance, and then another thing with Call of Duty, and it's been like this since I think Call of Duty, I want to say like Modern Warfare 2, the DLC is coming first to Xbox. There's like a whole bunch of like Xbox exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's probably just like a money thing.
Yeah, it's whichever company, whoever decides they're gonna throw their money at what, and that's usually how it works for them to buy these quote unquote exclusives.
You know, I can't wait for one point in my life to it be leaked that Nintendo owns Xbox and PlayStation.
give another 2 or 3 decades before you make that assumption. But Yeah. Next thing I'll talk about is at the Xbox conference, the Microsoft conference. They showed their idea.
You mean the
Xbox.
Nintendo conference?
Huh?
Because they own
Because
Xbox and
Nintendo owns
PlayStation?
everything.
Yeah.
That's my theory, guys. Prove me wrong. Which you probably could in a second.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Their financials to reveal. that.
Is this where I shut up now? Okay.
Yeah, everybody was
But,
working for PlayStation that way it's going right now.
So, idea at Xbox is their independently developed games on Xbox One and maybe Xbox 360. Some of them are, some of them aren't, like Super Time Force was. But anyways, they announced and PlayStation did too, and we'll get to that in a second. But a lot of indie games. So
A lot of indie games?
a
lot.
significant amount. I'm just gonna read all of these off, and then I'm gonna just go over the ones I think stand out to me, and then you guys can do the same. Okay. The montage showed Blues and Bullets, Cuphead, Dungeon of the Endless, Fruit Ninja Connect 2, Ghost of a Tale, Goat Simulator, Gunscape, Massive Chalice, Inside, Night Squad, Lovers in Dangerous Space Time, No Time to Explain.
Yeah,
Plague-
that one.
Yeah.
That's about a shark that kidnaps your friend.
Which is such a witty
Which
name.
really happened in Aaron's life.
Yeah.
I love Shark Week. Go ahead.
Plague Inc., Rivals of Aether, Slash Dash, Space Engineer, Spectra, Threes, The Escapist, and Super Hot. Now there's a couple more, but I only have 11 pieces of paper to list all of these.
These sound like awful, like future Marvel movies.
All right.
Threes.
Now I'm really afraid that was in reference to Guardian of the Galaxy, but I want to keep this podcast civil.
Let's keep it civil.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, no plot holes in that movie.
Can we not? I still haven't seen it yet.
you haven't?
No. I'll see it soon.
Elvin, you want to reenact the entire Guardians of the Galaxy
No,
right now?
no. I'll just close my eyes
No,
and plug
no.
my ears.
You have headphones on. That's not going to work.
I'll take my headphones off.
Anyways, so for me personally, like you said, Aaron, No Time to Explain.
That's hilarious.
Like, I didn't see what the actual plot is. It's just so much over the top stuff going on.
After every scene you pass, the shark comes out of nowhere. Hey, I still got your friend. Blah blah blah, and then leaves. It's so funny, dude.
And it's called No Time to Explain.
No Time to
that's
Explain.
So awesome.
Yeah, you got to save your friend from a shark who kidnapped your
Hey,
friend.
which one of you posted on our Facebook page the goat thing?
That would
I
be
did.
Aaron.
Dude, that looks awesome.
Yeah,
Like, I
but
want to be a goat.
no,
Goat Simulator. It's fun for like.
it's
20
hilarious.
It's just awesome because
Yeah.
like,
After that,
it's
you're
called
Like, I saw it.
it's called Goat Simulator because like you're playing as a goat, and it's already out for it's been out for Steam for quite a while.
Yeah, it has.
It's just like it's so ridiculous.
It was just a placeholder for a game jam, and then they turned into an actual game because everybody was like, "No, I need this goat." What? I saw something about a goat simulator. You guys
Dude.
should actually release
and
that.
like the original trailer for the Steam version.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is like the greatest trailer.
I
ever.
hope someday they add multiplayer to this. Be a bunch of goats terrorizing other goats and just fighting against other goats.
Now I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this, but I feel like they've talked about it for Steam, which would
Really?
be awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, they have a lot. Like they're trying to incorporate like a multiplayer in a lot of games, like Don't Starve for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work co-op. But anyways, getting off.
Wait, you
topic.
saying multiplayer like they have guns?
Dude, this goat.
Wait,
dude,
what?
Dude, let me tell you about
You're
this
saying
goat,
that he
man.
wishes they're multiplayer, but
No,
that,
like more than like
more than like me and Zach can play together.
Yeah,
Okay, I
like-
just imagine like them with guns killing.
why
other,
is that
Why
your
is
go-to?
multiplayer? Because
Call of
Aaron
Duty?
wants it.
Yeah, maybe.
No, but like you're just destroying stuff as a goat in Goat Simulator.
You're
Like,
just-
it's totally ridiculous.
What is he destroying?
You can
What
put
is
a
it?
Just
Cities.
everything.
Really?
Cars.
He's just crashing
he's
into
blowing
walls.
people up. It's fun. It's fun for like 30 minutes. And then you're just like, okay, I'm done.
I saw a montage of it, and it just had me dying.
Yeah.
And this guy was talking through the whole time, and just, you put a jetpack on the goat, and you can fly, and the goat can fly, and he can just terrorize. And
Yeah, this
It's
would be a
crazy,
great-
dude. I mean,
this
you
would
gotta
be a
see to
great-
believe it.
This would be a great time for a goat soundbite,
no.
but I don't have any soundbites.
Nope.
There you go.
Thank you.
So I think Cuphead looks really cool.
That's what
too.
I was gonna say.
The art style,
Yeah,
I like that a
Cuphead
lot.
is like I don't know. I don't even know what decade that is, but it's like the Mickey Steamboat type art.
It's like the 20s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to say the 20s. Yeah,
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
It looks awesome.
The
So I
roaring
don't know.
20s.
and
Like that's the only thing I saw. I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. But still, there's nothing that makes me want to buy an Xbox.
it's funny because you said you were really into Transistor, right? And Transistor was like almost a pull to you to get PS4. For me, that's how I feel about Inside, because that's made by Playdead, which made Limbo, which is like one of the coolest indie games ever. Like, I don't know if anyone here has played Limbo. You have, right, Aaron?
Yeah.
I beat the game.
Don't look at me.
I know. I looked at Elvin. He was like, "Yeah, I played Limbo when I was a lot younger. When I was a lot more limber." Hey, get it? Anyways,
That was really funny. For people that didn't appreciate that, you have to listen back to what he just said.
Yeah,
that was
good.
a great joke.
It was good. I don't think it was that deep to the point where they didn't catch it, but thanks for the support.
No, you're welcome.
But yeah, no, Inside it just looks a lot like Limbo, which I'm 100% cool with. I'm pretty sure a lot of these games are going to be cool, but like I said, this is a montage, so seriously, a lot of these got like literally 3 seconds of on-screen time.
Yeah.
But we can't go off much of that. So
And a lot of them are already out on phones
Yeah,
or
or-
Steam
yeah.
or anything else, like also. So.
How about the Kardashian game? When is that coming out on Xbox or PlayStation?
I don't know. That's
Never.
going to be a system seller though.
Yeah.
The Kardashian bundle.
As long as it comes with a
A bunch of fake eyelashes and silicone.
It just a whole bunch of rhinestones all over that. Xbox.
Lamar Odom is a DLC character.
He comes and steals all your shit.
With all his cocaine and his drugs.
He comes to your house and steals your stuff.
This is getting off time. All right, let's bring it back, guys. All right. So a big Xbox game that they've been hinting at for a long time. They showed very, very minor footage on it prior to this, but they showed a lot on Quantum Break.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that, Aaron? This looks like it's right up your alley.
I'm just going to say yes.
Okay. All right.
What about you, Alicia?
Now we can move on.
I could do that too. Hey, ask me about the game.
Hey, what do you think about Quantum Break, Elvin?
Yes.
All right.
Quantum.
That'd be an awesome back of the box quote. Elvin and Aaron from Gamer and Gameless. Yes.
Yes, and that's
Yes.
just it. Quantum
Yes,
Break
buy it.
looks. I don't know. It's weird because they're trying to do that cross thing with the show also that they're pushing, and it's just all sorts of. I don't know.
Yeah, the show thing is kind of like, I feel like I want to say like PlayStation Move, where I mean I know it's a ridiculous comparison, but just hang on for a second. It's kind of like they want you to care about this feature,
Yeah.
but you're not going to care about
You're not
this
gonna
feature.
care about the feature.
Like that game looks amazing to me, but in no point am I like, oh boy, I can't wait to play for 30 minutes and watch it for another 10. You know what I mean? Like, it looks so awesome. It looks like like as far as the whole bullet time, and it's not even bullet time because you're literally freezing time.
Yeah.
It looks awesome, and I mean, I'm curious how they're gonna work the whole storyline in, because during the little press conference, the guy said he's trying to stop the end of time, and I was like, whoa, hold on a second, how is this coming into play?
That movie, though.
End of time. Wait,
He stopped
Yeah,
the
that's
movie from being-
isn't it a time that Denzel Washington movie, End of Time?
timeline? No.
Nick of Time?
No.
No, that's
Out of Time. It's called Out of Time. Out of Time.
Is it called Out of Time?
Yeah.
I was
Out of
thinking
Time.
of In Time with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were
That was a-
talking
I
about.
like that
In
movie.
That
Time
was
with
actually a
Justin
really good
Timberlake.
movie. Can we turn this into a Justin Timberlake cast?
I'm ready.
No,
All right.
no. We have a
yeah.
long list to get through.
Yeah. We're on item number 4 of 739.
All right.
The other thing is, I don't know what you guys thoughts on this are. Is Fable? They talked a little bit more about Fable Legends, which I mean, it almost has like a MOBA type feel to me, which I don't really care about.
You know, Fable had its time, for Xbox, and
Yeah.
that's where I'll leave it with that.
Yeah, and I mean, like, and here's the here's the thing is, I don't think that just. I mean, I fully agree, but I don't think it's just about like Fable having its time. If this was like Fable 4, like properly done, then that'd be cool. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Like
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. But it's like the cool thing about Fable, right? And I don't want to say it was the first game because it wasn't, but it was like one of the first major console games that introduced the whole idea of like you could make your own choices. And while there
Make your
weren't
own
really
choices, yeah.
dialogue trees, what that meant was you could pretty much just kill anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it
choose
was
your own
like
path.
this whole good guy, good path, bad guy, bad path. And it's like by all means, they did not pioneer this, but it was one of the first major big games in your face that did that. And I liked Fable 1.
Yeah.
2 was okay, 3 was all right, but this is totally departing from that. You know what I mean? It's just it's almost like a squad based, like almost. I mean, it almost has like a MOBA feel to it. You play like a specific role, and it like if you see the gameplay of this, it's like it just doesn't look like Fable. It doesn't look appealing at all.
So I kind of agree with you on that. It kind of looks. It seems like they made a game and they're like, you know how well we can sell this? let's put Fable's name on it.
Yeah, no, yeah, totally.
Yeah, because like, who is really about to buy a MOBA on on your freaking system?
Yeah,
like,
on a console.
this isn't it. Like, who is buying a MOBA on a console? Like, no one. But they're like, I wasn't impressed with it when I saw it. I was like, they're like, oh, do this with your friends. And I was just like, I don't.
I will say I tried awesome.
I didn't cheer at all.
You didn't cheer at all.
Yeah, I was like, boo.
I will say I got Awesome Knots on PS4, and it's like a side-scrolling MOBA. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
I mean, that's my critique of that. But one thing that is cool about this, and I mean, I'm hoping it has a Destiny effect. Like I said before, is the reason why I was so excited about the Destiny beta is because I knew this game was amazing.
Yeah.
But I know that you can't really sell this game to people by just saying, oh, it's like World of Warcraft and Borderlands and Halo mashed together. You have to put it in people's hands. So this game is actually getting an open beta on October 16th.
Well, we'll see how it looks.
Yeah,
Hey, that's my birthday.
Is it really?
October 16th.
God, we've been friends for 375 years, and I feel like your birthday changes every year.
We're not friends anymore.
Yeah, I know, right? When's my birthday?
Sometime in the future.
That was good.
Yeah, good answer.
But yeah, I mean, maybe I'm wrong about this game. That's why I'm really happy that, and I think this is just in generally just a smart move.
Yeah, I mean,
because I think a lot of people aren't too interested in it.
To me, Zach, there's so many games coming out. I'm probably just gonna look past it. But maybe I'll be wrong for doing that. But I have no appeal to play this game. None.
Yeah, and like I said, I think there's a lot of people in your boat, and I think that's the point of a beta. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, and just to backtrack a little bit when I was talking about Destiny, during the PlayStation press conference when they brought out Destiny, they said that GameStop said that this was the most pre-ordered IP of all time, which is insane.
That's awesome.
That's ridiculous. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Wasn't Watch Dogs the last most pre-ordered game of all time?
I think that was Ubisoft saying that that's their best-selling IP of all time.
So one of those weird things that they do a press in words. When
Yeah, exactly.
say, where they're like, oh yeah, this is the most, like, they mean their IP.
Yeah.
That was the most that was pre-ordered at GameStop, not of all time.
Ubisoft is like, it's the best-selling game ever, and in very small text it says that's called Watch Dogs.
Yeah. Basically.
But yeah. But no, so I mean, like I said, I'm definitely interested to try this, and hopefully, like I said, like with Destiny, is it makes a believer out of me. You know what I mean? And I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's awesome because I would love to see this game do well.
Let me tell you this: if Fable was made by Bungie, it would have my attention.
All right,
I'll leave it at that.
I mean, actually, I would like to see Bungie step out of like futuristic stuff and do something like that. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Their computers would explode.
Yeah, I know, right? They wouldn't know how to do it. They're like, can we please just make the swords laser swords?
Yeah, some dude tried to like read Lord of the Rings on a screen once, and his computer just exploded.
I know, right? Seriously.
Get out of here, Kyle.
And two other things they announced, and this is in the Halo vein. So they've been talking about they're giving all these different Halo 2 maps the anniversary treatment, which they're making it look extra pretty, and they're
Sanctuary.
Yeah, so Sanctuary is going to be it. And I know you were never too big on Halo, right, Alicia?
No.
Okay. Aaron, you are, as well as I am.
I am.
What are your thoughts on Sanctuary?
Man,
Were you going to do the voice again?
Yes.
dude, everything they're announcing for Halo coming out has me so excited.
Excited.
I said
Excited.
Excited. I'm on cloud 9. Drinking Mai Toys.
All right.
What is that?
Mai Tais.
I know what am I.
Anyway, dude, everything they're doing for the Master Chief Collection has me excited, man. Excited.
Yeah, I'm usually not too big on remakes, but they're like they're trying to sell me 4 games. I've already spent copious amounts of time in, but I'm like, all right, I guess so.
That's why I was going back to my point. I wasn't really gonna buy Call of Duty because I had the next Halo to look forward to, But now Call of Duty's doing crazy stuff. Like, oh, I gotta buy it. But yeah, I'm so excited about this Halo, man. Every time I see something new about it, I'm just so excited about it that they're putting so much effort and time to doing this.
Yeah.
And Halo 1 through 4 is gonna look so amazing, and all the levels they're remastering, it's a fanboy's dream.
No.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm really excited for it. another thing they announced. I mean,
And a lot of people. I'll say one thing. I've been reading a lot of comments. A lot of PlayStation fans want to play Halo, just like a lot of Xbox fans, wanted to play the Naughty Dog games and the Twisted Metals and stuff like that. You know?
Like these are certain circumstances in which I think that like the HD remake style works. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You have this well-known and appreciated series that's super well received, and you put like 3 or 4 of them on one disc on a new console because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who own an Xbox One that didn't own an Xbox 360 and maybe own a PS3 instead.
Yeah.
So that's an awesome opportunity for someone to be able to explore all this.
I think there's gonna be a lot of there's probably gonna be a lot of Xbox sales that they're at that point.
Yeah,
I think so.
I mean, I thought that Titanfall would be a system seller, but it really wasn't. I want to say that this is going to be, and especially because it includes. I mean, it really is, especially if you've never played a Halo before, it really is like a bargain, like 100+ stages. It has the Nightfall, which is like the live action series, and then it has the Halo 5 beta. Yeah. So I'm excited for it.
Go buy it, people. Buy it. Support Halo because Halo needs your support.
Zach, you forced me to buy the
Halo
Xbox One.
needs your support.
Yeah, after what
Halo's struggling.
Halo definitely needs your support.
Need any
I'll tell you why. After Halo 4. Halo needs your support. Go ahead and get it. At least you don't play Halo.
No, but I know that they don't need your support.
They need your support.
I know that Halo is like what Marshawn lynching Microsoft. Like I know that they're carrying that whole place. They don't need any support. Halo is gonna sleep and just still making money.
Well, maybe I'm a Halo fanboy, but ever since I got done wrong in Halo 4, now I'm like, hey man.
I think you're just hurt. Man. You just need to make peace with Halo. And life will be better.
My piece with Halo is what they're doing for the MCC right now. That's why I'm so excited.
There you go. Life finds a way.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I didn't think Halo 4 was as bad as you make it out to be. I think it was probably the best campaign, but as far as multiplayer, it was But they also announced a Halo channel, which is kind of just going to be like, I mean, seriously, honestly, it's as self-explanatory as that. It's just like a channel dedicated to Halo where like there's going to be different clips. There's going to be like different lore things. Like I think when they showed the trailer, they showed like, oh, you can go over here and it shows description of Agent Locke, like a little detail.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It's whatever. It's almost like a Halo Waypoint for 4. Yeah, where it's just kind of like, all right. I mean, it's just like an unnecessarily added social feature. I don't know. Maybe some people will dig it, but
what's the news with the show or whatever they're doing?
So they're still doing the show, the Nightfall that comes with it.
Yeah,
and they're gonna do another one. Even though the studios closed, the Xbox Entertainment Studios or whatever, the one in LA closed, they said it's not going to affect the Halo series. Series? Wait a second. How do you say the plural of series?
Siri.
No, it's not Siri.
I'm pretty sure it's
Serial.
just
series.
Yeah, serial.
Yeah. That's interesting. I should know that by now. But anyways, it's not going to affect the multiple Halo series.
When is it supposed to release?
They
show?
keep delaying it, but
no one knows.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They can do what they want.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So, and then as far as the transitioning into some of the PlayStation news, they kind of just came out right out the gate announcing that PlayStation 4s have sold 10 million.
Yeah.
Sold through. Yeah. So they didn't ship. So a lot of times, what like Call of Duty Ghost did this is they'll say, "We've shipped this many," which means we've shipped this many.
Doesn't mean they've
sold. Yeah. Doesn't mean, it just means their
stores have them.
Yeah. So you could technically ship 10 million and only sell like one. You know what I mean? And just everyone's like, oh, I don't want to buy this. And the store's like, oh man, what are we gonna do with this? So they make a fort.
Well, did you know that actually Titanfall was the best-selling game on Xbox One?
I mean,
that's what Titanfall said on their press conference yesterday.
I'm not surprised. But the interesting thing about this is. It's 10 million sold, which is a decent, it's a lot. But Xbox One or Microsoft hasn't really released any numbers as far as like their sales on their systems. I'm pretty sure the last thing they did was in like May or April, talking about like because they wanted to show that Titanfall is doing well.
Right.
And I think they shipped like 6 million. I mean, granted, this was like 4 or 5 months ago, but they haven't said anything lately.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's bad. You know what I mean? If that's like telling that they're not selling a lot,
I wonder
or if that Sony is just super boastful.
No, I wonder how that works because not to get into the financial side of it too much, but it's not a private company. It's like a public company, and I think they have to divulge how much of something they've sold or what profits they've made and how they've done
weird,
it because that doesn't make any sense.
Maybe during their share. I don't.
It'll probably be during like their shareholders meeting or something, like once you get to the next quarter and everything else like that. And most people really don't pay attention to those. That's usually the video game media will be like listening to that.
Yeah, but the whole point you want people to have an interest in your company and buy shares in your company. So you want to tell your stockholders whether you're doing well or not. It's what you have to do as a responsible company.
Well, yeah, that's why you do that at that meeting. But like you can say
all the time because they're selling stocks all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, people. That's why they, like he said, like we're talking about the language earlier. That's why you can say, "Oh, it's exclusive," but you don't add the second part that like, oh, yeah, we that's how many we.
I'm just saying, I think there's a legal aspect to it where
It's interesting that you bring this up. Like, I totally agree. Like, I don't know how if it works if they have like if they have like shareholder meetings, but it's confidential to the shareholders, like the primary.
It's a publicly traded company. I don't know how it's confidential.
It's not usually confidential because like
but
people in gaming media will know about these things. They'll be like on the line where they're having these like telecall meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get some numbers pretty soon.
Yeah.
Just because, especially because PS4, Sony went and said that, and tried and in typical Sony fashion, the first thing they did was throw that out there and then say we sold this many. We didn't ship them, which is totally taking a shot at Microsoft because these people are adults after all.
Of course.
Yeah. Another thing they showed, and this is something I'm particularly excited for. I don't know if you care about, Aaron. I know you do, Alicia. Is they finally showed some official gameplay of Bloodborne. And Elvin, just for some context, we talked about a game called Dark Souls, a series called Dark Souls before. That's super hard. Same creators.
Wow.
So
another impossible game.
They actually said this one's going to be. They're going to make it not easier. They said I think their wording was they're going to tone down the difficulty to make it more accessible. But like I don't know to what extent that means.
Still looks insane though.
Yeah.
So we don't need that one dude that we talked about.
No, we still need Andrew.
No,
Andrew,
still need Andrew.
Andrew, stay on deck, bro.
Yeah, right. we're gonna need you.
We're keeping you on speed dial.
Yeah, shouts out to Andrew. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. Like I wasn't patient enough for Dark Souls 1 or 2. Like I played it for like I don't know. Actually, I say that, but I put like 6 hours into Dark Souls 1, which is longer than I thought I was going to, considering I probably died like 120 times in that time. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. What do you think, Alicia?
I mean, it looks cool. I am happy to watch somebody else play it because I never got into the Souls games. I watched my friend AJ play it when I was in Arizona, and I was like, I can't. Like, you've been fighting these two bosses for the past 4 hours.
Oh, that's
and
terrible.
I can't do it. Yeah, like it constantly just boom, boom, boom. He just kept getting killed. I was like,
it is
really
so
that bad?
It is. Right. It was that. Like I was like, I can't listen to. I literally got out of that room. I had to go to another room because I was like, I can't listen to this boss battle music. I can't watch you do it. I can't listen to you do it. I can't. And I just got up and walked away. That's how bad it was. And I'm just watching him play it.
Like my friend Maurice, he is a very, very patient young man.
Shout out to Maurice.
Shouts out to Maurice. He was playing. I think he was fighting these dudes called Orange.
That was the boss battle. It's Smog and Ornstein.
Yeah,
I was like, I gotta go, and I put my headphones on and just left. I was like, I can't do it.
When he showed me, he was like, "Hey man, check out these bosses." And I just, as he was walking towards him, I got like overwhelmed. I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
And then when he fought him, I was like, "How are you supposed to beat him?" Now, if memory serves correct, right?
That's the hardest boss battle in that game, by the way.
And like, I mean, if memory serves correct, right? I think you kill one,
and then the other that one, whichever one you kill first, absorbs the other one's power.
Yeah, no, it's like incredibly difficult. But yeah, no, I'm really excited for it. Definitely can't wait for it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, and they kind of alluded at this in the E3 coverage, is that the thing that Far Cry 4 is doing, where you can join someone even though you don't have the game.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
they're just kind of like, you're gonna be able to do that, which is cool.
It blew
but
me
it's
away.
Like the technology is awesome and everything, but they didn't go into too much details over during E3.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4.
They're saying, hey, Far Cry 4 for the first time ever. If you have the game, you can invite your friend to play even if he doesn't. Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. Everybody's like, that's so cool. Wait, how the heck are they going to do this?
And then they elaborate in this. I think
At
the
Gamescom.
fictional place in this game is, I think it's called I don't know how to pronounce it. Kyrat, Kyrat.
Well, Aaron's good with words. How do you pronounce it, Aaron?
You know.
Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, they're calling it the keys to Kyrat. And what happens is when you buy Far Cry 4, I believe they're going to give you...
You get 10.
Yeah,
10 keys.
And you give it to somebody, and it's kind of like a massive download they mentioned. And
They have to have PlayStation Plus also.
oh, okay.
I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
no, that would make
so
sense.
your friend has to, you give them a key and they have to still download this giant thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, because they don't own the game.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it would be sheer wizardry if not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they would do that.
Like,
but
man, how are you in my multiplayer right now? I have no idea, bro. I'm just here.
No.
even that's awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, even
Yeah, I know.
even like at first I was like, oh, it's only 10, and I think they said you're limited to 2 hours.
Yeah,
it sounds
you-
like a ploy to
it's-
buy the game.
Yeah, basically. So like, if I'm playing it and I own it, and Zach's kind of on the fence about it, I'm like, hey, bro, come jump into this
Yeah.
multiplayer mode, and then he's just like, okay, I'm buying this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is a marketing scheme because like I
Scumbag.
think like I didn't reserve Destiny, but I believe if you reserved it from I want to say GameStop or maybe any place, is you'll get 3 codes, and then like when you're a PSN user, you'll get like some people got emailed 2 codes, one for PS3, one for PS4.
Yeah.
They don't need to do that. You know what I mean? It's I'm pretty sure so you can share with people.
Yeah.
But I mean it's still awesome. It's like it's like a demo, but like a co-op demo, and you don't need the game. You don't.
You don't lose your progress.
That's not a scumbag. That's actually really cool.
I mean, there's definitely some marketing in there, but I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's still awesome. You know what I mean?
Because they really don't have to do it.
I mean, essentially, you're giving like really what you. I mean, I don't know if they meant. I don't think they mentioned if the same person can use a key,
Yeah.
like one key, then a second key, then a third key. But essentially, you're giving someone 20 hours of gameplay, and I don't.
This has
think,
never
you just said
happened
2 hours.
before. It never happened
You said
before.
2
no,
hours.
he's
Yeah,
saying if
because
they
you have
give you
10
multi,
keys.
because you have 10 keys.
Because I can imagine like when it hits 2 hours, the screen goes like kind of faded. You can't move. It goes, your friend is dying. Help him now.
a lion.
Buy this.
A lion just starts chasing after you. It's like, oh my god, this lion's gonna eat you. Buy the
get
game.
Buy
now.
the game.
You
You
get
sure you don't
trampled by
want the
an
special
elephant.
edition version?
Yeah, exactly.
Spend all your money.
So yeah,
It's such a cool feature.
Yeah.
I mean, this has never happened before. It's never happened before, and so it blows my mind that we're able to do this now.
I want to see. What is it for? PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation
PS4,
4.
PS3.
Okay.
I mean, this feature is exclusive to PS4.
I think it's
I haven't heard
exclusive
it.
to
I think it's only
PS4.
PS4, dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but the game is for PS4, PS3, probably PC,
Are you gonna tie this into share play now?
Xbox One, and Xbox 360. You're eager to talk about it, so tell us a little bit about SharePlay.
Yeah, and then goes into share play, and everybody in the industry is calling this a virtual couch. So it's like having your buddy sitting down there with you, but he's not there. He's somewhere else, but he's playing the PlayStation as well. So you can say, "Hey, buddy, I need you to beat this level for me because I'm having trouble." So he can go ahead and say, "Yeah, buddy, I want to play that with you. Let me go ahead and beat that level for you, buddy." Or if you're playing, NBA 2K, and say, "Hey, let's go ahead and I'm in the championship right now. I want to have you help me beat the San Antonio Spurs if you're in the Miami Heat." So
Yeah.
it's really cool, and it's
I like how you told us what teams we're playing.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. That was the last championship.
Yeah,
That's the last 2 teams. Anyway, so this is really cool, and I'm very excited to play, especially because a lot of times I tell my friends to buy this game, they don't want to buy it.
Yeah.
So maybe if they try this level, like okay, that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll buy this game with you. So, I love it, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and that's something completely different from the keys
Yeah.
to Koresh.
Yeah,
thing.
it's similar. So we brought
But
it up.
it sounds really awesome. I think we're all pumped about it. I just wish they gave out more
info.
information.
Yeah, my biggest concern is that it's going to be a PlayStation Now situation because PlayStation Now, I'm like, I don't want to get into this again, but it's the same thing where PlayStation promises this huge thing, and they deliver this huge thing, but with like a ridiculous attachment.
Yeah.
In this case, $8 for 4 hours of game.
And that's still
You know what I mean?
technically in beta. So like this share play is gonna be, it's literally probably gonna be the same thing. They're gonna be super secretive about it, like the whole Gaikai thing.
Yeah,
and we're not gonna find it's like we literally got the same information we pretty much got at E3.
Yeah,
about it.
And this whole share play thing is part of System Update 2.0 that you're talking about, which normally I don't get excited about this, like about a system update, because it's usually something minor. But in this case, they mentioned a couple of things, but the one thing that stood out to me is like YouTube support. So you can go on YouTube on your I see that face, Elvin. No. This doesn't. I mean, you can use a browser YouTube, but there's no YouTube app, which they said they're going to add in. Mm-hmm. And then when you share or when you record something, like with the share functionality, that they're really this whole generation is really all about. Before, you can save it on your PS4, or you can share it directly to Facebook.
Oh, nice.
Why those are two? I mean, it's nice, but why isn't YouTube on there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really
and it's just a lot of effort. So, but now they're doing YouTube, which is cool. And I believe they said this system update is coming out in fall. So we'll see. Another thing I wanted to talk about, they showed at the PlayStation press conference was Until Dawn, which Alicia called it last time. Those cryptic, weird, like teasers they are showing was for Until Dawn, which I mean, like I heard.
But Alicia knew this because she worked on the game.
No, she didn't work on the game. She created the people who created the game.
I did not.
She sims them.
Stop it.
Yeah,
I sims them.
I didn't even catch that. That was awesome.
That's a good one, Aaron.
But yeah, so it's like Cabin in the Woods style.
Yeah, it's a horror. But they said they updated the story. Now they changed it completely. And I mean, it honestly makes sense because like we said last week, you know, no one really bought a move. Yeah. So it's like, oh, hey, we have this system. People love horror games. Let's just redo this IP and change the story and up-res the graphics and everything else like that.
And that was one of the cool things is like, they didn't say we just up-res the graphic, adding a whole new experience. They said they like changed almost everything. Like I believe they said that this one's gonna be like originally was first person, it's in third person. Mm-hmm. They changed the story.
You can have like your choices legitimately affect the story, so everyone could live or everyone could die.
Oh, it's like Star Wars. What was it? Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to kill her mother?
Sure.
Yes.
Like, the sad thing is in that game, that's actually not that's actually not that far. That's actually not that far off of an actual option they probably have in that game. Yeah. But no, Until Dawn looks great. Looks like it's gonna be like a good scary game and everything. And I just like they showed a playthrough separately, I think, from the actual press conference where you kind of can make a decision. Like I think they're like walking through this scary area. It's a guy and a girl, and then she hears like a noise off in the distance, right? And she's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "It doesn't matter. We gotta go." So you can you get prompted. You're like, "Hey, do you want to go investigate that noise or leave with this guy?" And she leaves with them, but like I think they did this on purpose. 'Cause I was like, "Wait, what was that noise though?" Like so. These type of things can affect who lives and dies in the story. And that just looks awesome.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Speaking of scary stuff, this was a unique one. All right. So they showed very, very vague information on something called PT. Mm-hmm. Right? And
like the car that Aaron drives?
Yes, the limited edition PT Cruiser.
PT Cruiser?
Limited edition, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So they talked a little bit about it. They said it's going to be the first ever interactive teaser. And, and it was free to download. You can download from PS4 right then and there. So, spoiler alert, in case you haven't actually finished it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. What it turns out to be is, and it's like, I haven't played it yet because I suffer from something called cowardice.
Yeah.
But it looks horrifying. I watched, this is how much of a coward I am. I watched people live stream it and I turned the volume all the way down so I wouldn't get too scared. And I was still scared. But it's like horrifying. But here's the spoiler alert part.
Wow.
Ends up being a trailer, like a teaser for a new Silent Hill game.
Oh!
And If you played Silent Hill, for me personally, I liked 1, I liked 2, I liked 3, 4 was eh, and then just didn't I kind of lost it. But here's the kicker. There's 3 main characters. There's 3 main people involved in this that makes me so excited. An individual named Norman Reedus, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
A.K.A.
Walking Dead.
Daryl from Walking Dead. He's the main character, and he looks exactly like him.
Exactly.
Oh, nice.
And here's the other 2. Hideo Kojima, which you don't know who that is, Helvin.
Nope.
He's the dude who created everything Metal Gear Solid.
Oh.
So
Kojima.
he's like the master storyteller. He really is. And if you play, no one here has, if you played Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and 4, you will know how bizarre and over the top this guy is. I don't know if you remember this part of Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear Solid 1. There's a part where you have to unplug your controller and plug it into a different port. Psycho Mantis reads your memory card, and he's like, "Oh, so I see you like Castlevania."
Yeah,
That's the type of bizarre stuff that he does.
Awesome.
So I am very, 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 very intrigued by what he's going to do with this. And then he had his own press conference later, or Konami press conference, where he said his direct words was he wants to scare people to the point where they crap their pants.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he said that.
And he's capable of doing that. He really is.
Yeah, he is.
But
and he's been kind of bored. He's been saying for a while that he's tired of Metal Gear.
Yeah.
He also said that he doesn't. He understands that the game is too scary. Not many people will want to play it or buy it. So he's trying to find that balance with it as well.
And at least
apparently Zach can't even watch anything with the volume up. So.
I got Outlast for PlayStation 4 for free for PlayStation Plus. This is a true story. This shows you how courageous and heroic I am. I was like, it won't be too scary. And then I just hit the button to launch the game, and the wallpaper is just some guy in some shadows, and it just says Outlast. I was like, that's enough for me.
No, I actually
I didn't pay for this.
I got
game.
kind of far in Outlast as well. My problem with Outlast is that I can't shoot these people that are scaring me and they're trying to kill me. That's my problem with it. Yeah, that was my problem.
That's what kind of.
I gotta. If you're gonna scare me, I will definitely shoot you in the head.
Aaron went through 4 TVs that month.
Yeah, but the third person.
Alicia's like, no.
I don't do scary stuff.
Nope.
I don't. Silent Hills, I never understood. If I get letters from my dead mom, I'm not meeting you anywhere.
That's not cool.
You're dead. That's not happening.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. No, I'm out. You're on my
dead.
mental.
But
I can't. We're not doing this.
The third big name in this is Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
And
awesome director.
Yeah, he's
and
amazing.
Writer
and for some
producer.
I wanted to go on a lineage of scary things he did, but all I can think of is Pacific Rim.
He had that
Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth was kind of creepy.
He did Mama, which is creepy.
Mama.
I know, but I'm just saying that's the first thing. He's so scary. He did Pacific Rim.
Whoa.
Do we know what he's doing? Because he's doing The Strain right now, and that show is awful.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Right.
What's it called?
The Strain. It's on FX. No,
really,
it's real bad. So I don't know. I hopefully that's just a one-off that's just bad because TV's bad. But I know a lot of people are super excited about this game now because before, I was telling Zach and everybody before the podcast, when PT happened during the press conference, no one really cared. Yeah. But then the second they found out that it was Silent Hill, the analytics on it just shot up through the roof. People were freaking out. And I know hardcore horror fans who are just no, if this interactive gameplay or whatever is to be expected, they're this game's gonna be insane.
Yeah, no,
but the visuals, right? We're talking about the visuals mostly. With Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, because it was I don't
know.
We don't know what they just said. He's
what
attached.
They're gonna
do. They said these 3 people are
who knows?
attached.
He might cater the entire game. We don't know.
He's I bought Oreos.
Yeah. So to me. And I think this is what they're going for. They didn't explain Hideo Kojima or Guillermo del Toro's role, but they're just such big names with such with such
buzz
around them that I'm sold. And yeah, it looks terrifying, and I think that was.
And we are going to capture it. Look at my face, bro. We're going to capture it.
You and Elvin,
and we're going to put it online. We're going to do it. Gameless, step up to the plate.
I'm going to go watch SpongeBob.
Yeah, you and Elvin can go do it. Me and Zach.
Yeah, that is.
We're going to go play some patty cake and bake some cookies.
I would like cookies.
Is I downloaded it, and I was like, I'm going to play this, and then I'll be like, all right, Zach, we're going to move the cursor to the right and choose PT, and then I'll do it. I was like. and then I'll just pass over and go to like Towerfall or something.
Right.
Oh yeah,
but yeah,
Dragon Crown looks great.
It looks amazing.
Dude, the best way to play these games are to have a drink in your hand, drink it up a little bit, and just go hard. Go hard, man.
You
go
guys
hard.
can capture that
or
together.
just man up and be brave.
I'm trying to tell this. I'm trying to tell this dude, bro.
Not about being brave.
Nope.
If you look, it's not even like, oh, there's probably some monster or some zombie going after me. If you played any of the Silent Hill games, the first 3 namely, they are like the most horrific.
Yeah,
thing.
I played the first one. It was scary, dude.
Yeah, I can't. I
Well, I don't know which one I played. It was
legitimately
you start when like there's just a bunch of mist.
Yeah,
that's all. Of
That's
them.
all of them.
Okay, great.
But,
So I
like-
played all of them apparently.
That was awesome. I saw your irritated face. It's probably Silent Hill 1. But anyways, really excited. I like that so next thing we're going to talk about is the PlayStation indie games. But before I go into that, everyone was kind of upset, like a lot of the feedback online, which is crazy because usually people are very positive on the internet, which is just sarcasm. But they didn't. Everyone's like, oh, they didn't announce too many like big titles, like super duper big titles.
Yeah.
They announced Tearaway, which is like this cool little paper game from Media Molecule.
I'm excited about
I'm
that.
actually really excited
because
about
that was the main reason I wanted to get a Vita, and since you can't find Vitas right now,
Yeah.
I can now play it on PS4.
But it's like an entirely different game,
Yeah.
which is all right by me. But anyways, that's one of the things I liked is that everyone kind of was like they didn't announce enough big AAA games, but they did announce Silent Hill, which is like one of the biggest horror franchises ever. Like, whereas everyone gets mad at Resident Evil because Resident Evil 5 and 6 were just action games, and 4 was arguably an action game and less scary. Silent Hill has kind of almost always stayed true to the roots of scariness, so they could have just came out and said, hey, look, we're announcing Silent Hill, and everyone would have lost their mind. But in typical like Kojima fashion, it kind of like stealth announced it, which is awesome. But anyways, last piece of news on Gamescom that we're going to cover this week is the PlayStation Indies list. And by the way, I don't know why I put this under the Indies list, but they announced DayZ for PS4.
A special edition of DayZ.
And it kind of undermines the H1Z1 that they're going to be doing as well for PlayStation. But hey, more games. Do it, bro.
See, they haven't showed enough on H1Z1 because the whole thing with DayZ is like you can kill people and rob people. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can do that in H1Z1. That kind of changes the way, because if you can't do that in H1Z1, it's going to feel like an entirely different game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it will.
Which is just going to feel like a survival simulator, but you're working together. Whereas DayZ, you can rob people and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, they didn't give a timeline or anything. And
Just like you, it sounded like you said Jay-Z robbed people.
Oh
no, DayZ robs
Okay, got
people.
it. Sorry.
And it's like permadeath and everything else like that.
Yeah.
So if you die, you lose everything.
And DayZ,
It's a roguelike.
to my knowledge, is a very, very buggy game because it's just a mod of, I think, like
Arma 3.
Yeah. So I don't know when it. Honestly, I wouldn't expect to see this out on PS4 until like 2016, maybe even 2017, because to my knowledge, they haven't even got it like necessarily properly running on PCs because it's so buggy. So I can only imagine because it's a roguelike MMO in a sense. You know what I mean?
It's a roguelike MMO that's on an Arma 3 mod.
Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense why they're struggling with it. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe the PS4 is super powerful and it can make it better, but I don't know. We'll see. But as far as the indies games go, so we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna list these off because there's about 945 of them.
Yeah.
And you guys just tell me which ones.
All right, go for it, man.
All right, so Rhyme.
Is my favorite thing.
That looks
in the
awesome.
world.
Let's just talk about Rhyme for the rest of the time.
It looks
Rhyme for the rest
so
of the time.
cool.
Nice.
It's really funny to see it because it looks amazing and it kind of the art style kind of harkens back to Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And so many people complained about Wind Waker. So it's just like this is hilarious
My
because
favorite
now with Rhyme it kind of has a Wind Waker-ish art style, except the characters themselves aren't cell shaded ish. But it looks
Yeah, it looks
really
beautiful.
cool.
Yeah, it looks so cool. Like, I mean, I haven't got a chance to play it, but Hohokum came out this week. And Hohokum kind of is in the same vein as like Flower to me. We're just kind of like in this world. There's no real rules. Do whatever you want. I don't think there's like death or combat in it, which is cool. I like when they do these type of things. Like apparently Proteus is like that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. They showed the Tomorrow Children, which is an interesting looking game.
Yeah, that looks real
Odd.
real European.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how how to even explain that game, but Vanishing of Ethan Carter, which looks like Murdered Soul Suspect 2.
Which did horrible.
Yeah. Volume, which is like this interesting take on the Robin Hood like story, but it's in like almost like a Tron type world.
And it's like futuristic Robin, like
Yeah.
it's the Descendants but Robin Hood. That looks kind of cool, and it's
Yeah,
made
looks
by
interesting.
it's very it's made by the guy who did Thomas Was Alone.
Yeah.
And he said it was inspired by Metal Gear. It's all stealth, and it
That's
looks
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
So
No, like the same case with the Xbox games is a lot of these didn't get a whole lot of information, but yeah, I'd like to see more on a lot of these. Hollow Point, Hellblade, which I don't even know if that was an indie or not, but it was made by the same studio who that made Heavenly Sword, and it looked like Heavenly Sword right off the
Yeah.
gate.
I
thought it was a sequel.
Heavenly Sword
Yeah,
too.
which let me correct myself. That's not an indie game if it's made by the same studio. But yeah, that looks cool. And these were when they're just like showing games like bam, bam, bam. Something called PixCat, which is like a pixel cat. Or a game called Snow, which is a snowboarding game. Nom Nom Galaxy, which I can't explain.
Yum, yum.
Papers, Please, which was actually like a super hit game.
Yeah, it was on Steam and
I think
everything else like
you
that.
play as like a customs agent or something like
You
that.
play as a customs agent in like like somewhere in the Eastern European bloc for a fake company or fake countries, and you have to check everyone's papers, and each day something new or different comes out, some new rule or restriction, and you're supposed to check it, because if your pay gets docked, then like you'll have people at home getting sick and everything else like that. And then it's also how efficiently you can get people through the line. So there's like one character that's really funny that comes through, and his papers are always jacked up. Like one of his papers was in crayon basically, and he's like, yeah, I'm trying to get to the country with this in crayon. You're like, bro, that's not even a passport. Like, what are you doing? That's cardboard. And he's like, yeah, all praise Estonia, I'll be back tomorrow. Like, no, don't come back tomorrow.
Yeah, like I've heard a lot about that game, so we'll see how it is on consoles. Space Brawl Ether 1, which is, I mean, that's an odd game.
You say Spaceballs?
Space Brawl.
Dude, if it was a Spaceballs game, I would be all over that.
Yeah. Pizza the Hut.
Well, yeah, exactly. Pizza.
Yeah, that was a good. Anyways, Ether 1, which is, I don't even know how to explain it. It's almost like, kind of like this whole, how we were talking about Rhyme, but it's like, it's like you interact with the environment, but there's no combat or anything, and you kind of learn more. It's almost like a detective game. It's interesting. Cube 2, which is like
Sequel to Cube.
yeah, it's like a almost like a Portal, similar to Portal. And the last one I'm gonna mention is Alien Nation. That's not
Same
Alien
people that do
Nation.
Resogun.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get at. House Marquee, however you say it.
That trailer looked awesome.
Yeah, and Resogun was awesome, and Resogun was super duper well received. So this will probably be great. So that's going to do it for us. Just going to close out on a couple things. Remember, you can check us out on Facebook.com/GamerGameless and on Twitter at GamerGameless. And
Did you say at again?
did I?
No.
Haha.
All right. Or our website, GamerGameless.com. We're really looking for iTunes reviews, so if you guys can give us a review on iTunes, we'd appreciate it.
Please
Yes.
do.
Go
And-
check out
and
Zach's review for Metrico.
Yes,
that
thank
he put
you,
up,
thank
'cause he
you.
never talked about it. This
I did
podcast,
forget to,
but
'cause
go
I was
check
so
out his
eager for
review.
Gamescom.
And I want to
Metrico.
plug one thing that I thought was really, really great, and it had some great responses, was Alicia's tribute to Robin Williams.
Oh,
That was
Yes.
amazing. Oh,
Yes.
she's all humble.
I'm like,
Yeah,
wait,
go
what?
to gamergameless.com and look at the blog section. I think it's the last blog in there right now.
Yeah.
And
I think- yeah.
it's really it's
touching.
Yeah.
touching. It really is. Alicia, good job. Can we get some claps?
Yeah. I actually did clap for it.
Thank you.
That was 17 people
That was
walked in this room to
17.
clap.
Just a clap.
But we're gonna
No, but
start.
nice job on that, Alicia.
Yeah, it was great. We're gonna close out with a new segment we're starting every week. Aaron is gonna tell us about some good deals going
Oh
on.
yeah, definitely. Ba, ba,
Save me some money, Aaron.
Ba, 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 bum. For those looking to buy a PlayStation 4, you've been thinking about doing it, but you're waiting for a deal. Well, guess what? On eBay right now, you can buy a PlayStation 4 for $360, and the shipping is free. But do keep in mind that this is limited right now.
Yeah, so supplies.
Supplies. So if you're gonna get one, I'd suggest you get one right now.
I like how I just said supplies.
Just supplies and
Limited
demand
right now. Supplies.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so that's
Because normally they're $400, so you save
so
about $40 on this.
360 right
And
now.
the shipping, yeah.
And those are from PlayStation authorized sellers, as it says on the
Indeed,
email.
indeed.
And we'll be posting a link on that somewhere.
Yeah,
On Facebook
just look around.
In the front of my house, I'm going to be posting a sign that
just
has the link to that.
come by Elvin's house if you don't know where it is. Just send him a message.
You won't find a PlayStation 4 in Elvin's house, but
Nope.
yeah.
Except for when we're here and we bring it to show him games. But
Right.
you can check that out. You can check that. Yeah, you can check that out on our website under the deals tab.
Deals tab.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Peace.